I already started this, but I thought I should do an introduction to the video. I have these little panels, so I thought I would try them because I've seen a lot of people using them. And I got 4 different surfaces. This one, it's resist grip, and it's a coarse textured gesso panel, so it was really kind of rough. So I got 4 different ones, and I decided to do 2 in one video and 2 in the others. So I took the roughest and the smoothest. This one is very smooth. It's like glass. Feels really cool. This one is ultra smooth. So I got ultra smooth and coarse textured. I decided to use also to paint with, to try these, the golden open slow drying acrylics, and I have to say they are slow drying. So they're very similar to oil, really. But it's nice because you're able to blend. Unlike with acrylic, most regular acrylics will dry so quickly you don't have time to blend. So this is the first one. You'll see the footage following. I just thought I would introduce what I was doing. But they're a nice thick panel, tiny, 3 by 3. So I drew on the design with a pastel pencil, sort of a chalky pencil, and then I painted with the with that golden open acrylics. And I didn't seem to have any problem with the flower itself, but when I get to the cat, I did have some issues later on, as you'll see. I found that this is the roughest of the 4 panels that I got, and I did find it kind of difficult to paint on. I think because I was painting more like a detailed sort of thing. I think if I were doing more painterly style, it wouldn't have been as difficult. Certainly would have been easier with a bigger brush, but because it was small, I mean, I think the panel was a sample size, so I think if it were a bigger size, it would be easier. But because you have to use a small brush, and because it's a coarse surface, it's a little more difficult. I don't know. I wasn't immediately pleased with the results of the flowers. I really liked the way the leaves came out, but the petals were kind of annoying, I guess. Okay, so then after it was dry, it does take a bit to dry. I usually leave it overnight. Drew this on with, I think I had a paint pen maybe, and started to paint. Highlights. I wanted a white cat with blue eyes. And look, it's Murphy. Hi, Murph. I wanted a white cat with blue eyes. And so I was painting the darker gray as a shadow, and then I was going to paint white over it. But the more I painted it, the more I didn't like it. So I kept painting layers and layers of white, and no matter how many layers of white, pink kept coming up. I'm having trouble making this look the way I want. The original cat is black and white, so I mean, I could do that. Maybe I'll do that. I wanted it white just because the rest of it's so dark, but this is driving me crazy. I don't know if you can see how no matter how much white I paint, it turns pink. So I may have to just do a black and white cat because I cannot get that pink to go in. I'm not sure. I think the pink is from the pastel pencil I used to draw it out, because I drew out the flower in one color and then I think I did it in orange. And I did the cat in pink just so I could see the difference. And it's just pink and it won't go away. So I might do black and white. So that's my next. So yes, I gave in and decided to do a little tuxedo cat. I used to have a tuxedo cat a while ago, long time ago actually. But she was long-haired. This is sort of a short-haired cat. Yeah, I had to do a couple of layers of the black also. I had to wait for it to dry. This one was kind of a pain. I think it would have been, like I said, if it would have been easier. I'm not used to painting small, I guess. Maybe that's the issue. But I eventually got this to look the way I wanted for the most part. And I found it was easy enough to blend the two paints. The golden open is slow drying acrylic, and Liquitex is just regular, heavy body acrylic. But they worked okay together. I didn't see any issues. I really do like the open paint in its ability to let you blend, which regular acrylic sometimes rushes you to do. So. I did spend a lot more time on this one than the fox, the second one that's coming up. Just layers and layers and layers, but sometimes it's like that. Sometimes they're easy, sometimes they're a challenge. This one was a challenge. The next one was simple. I think I finished it within maybe 15, 20 minutes. And I ended up kind of having to reshape the cat, actually, and I had to paint one of the petals over again because the shape of the head just looked a little odd. But that was easy enough to do. I just sort of redid the petal a little bit with darks and lights, and it worked out okay. Now, this was on the opposite end of the spectrum. Very smooth. A little too smooth almost for at least the background color. It seemed like I had to... I think I only did one layer. I might have done a second layer. And I actually should have painted this guy white first and then painted on top with the brown, but it ended up looking okay. I thought the background was going to be too dark, is what my issue was. So when I added highlights in the end, it ended up working out okay. And I added the red, which kind of brought it forward, so it worked out okay. But it was super, super smooth surface, very shiny. It's a very loose style of painting, which I don't normally do. I think it was just easier because it was small. It was a fluffy animal, so it was kind of easy to do. But I liked the way this one came out. I thought it was a cute little fox. This picture I got from a needlework catalog. Actually, it was a cross-stitch kit for a little fox with poppies. I just like the picture, It's not something I'm going to sell or anything, so I just painted it for fun. But he had such a cute little smiley look on his face, so that's why I did it. Really started to come alive when I added the dark black for the eyes and the nose and the little mouth chin area. I didn't do too much as far as detail. I did a lot of very loose brush strokes for the fur, and then sort of concentrated the black in the small areas for the details. But yeah, I really like the way this one came out. I did a few layers on this as well. I kept adding more lights, more darks, more mediums. Although it didn't seem like as much hard work as the cat was. Maybe because of the smoother surface. I don't know. But like I said, I think it was the size of the panel that made the difference. The size of the brush made the difference. But yeah. I added some highlights here to sort of bring his nose and his mouth area forward. And I wanted a little bit more light near the top, so that because I felt like the background was very dark next to the color of his fur, but in the end it did come out looking okay for me. And very shortly I start adding the poppies, which really popped. I love that color. It just looks so pretty. I think purple and red look really nice together, and it just made this really shine. I really like the addition of the color. I put some orange in there too, a little bit of yellow, and then some black for the sort of poppy seed thing. But yeah, I do like this. So almost done here. I just wanted to say thank you for watching. I appreciate it very much. At the end, I'll show you the result of both together, and I'll be doing another set of these two in the future.